Hello, grade 2. How are you? In the last time, we were talking about some water habitats. We talked a lot about oceans and how oceans consist salty water, how big they are, and which animals are living there. We knew that a lot of animals are living there. Okay. Um, some of you asked me a strange question. They asked me that their question about all of what we talk was how can a coral reef eat? Okay, I will answer them at this easily. Coral reef is a place. It is not an animal. It is not a creature. Okay, so it is a place. Now inside the coral reef, there is a lot of creatures. Each one of them eat different things. We said that we have some plants like the seagrass. There is some algae. There are some animals. So each one of them eat different thing. But the coral reef is a place. It is not an animal or a creature, okay? Yes, I think it is clear now. You had a homework, which is question 1 and question 2. Question 1. How do animals use plants in the ocean? Most of you answered this correctly. They use them for two important things. The first is for food, surely, and the other thing is for shelter. So some have animals use plants for shelter. Some animals eat plants in the ocean. This is the best answer. Most of you answered this correctly. Now, some of you had mistakes in question 2. How is an ocean habitat similar to land habitat? Both of them give animals what they need. Give them food, shelter, water, oxygen, whatever they need. This habitat can give it to them. So both habitats provide what plants and animals need to survive. This is the best answer. A lot of you answered it correctly, so if your answer is near this answer, no need for you to erase it and to write this one, okay? But if it is different, no, please write this one with your answer, okay? Now that's it about oceans. Today we're going to talk about ponds. We knew what is pond before. We knew that the pond is a small body of fresh water, not salty water, fresh water, so you can drink from it. It is fresh. Fresh water, okay? Water that has little or no salt in it. Okay, can you see this picture? So, what is fresh water? It is water that has no salt in it. This is fresh water, like the water exists in lakes. Okay, so fresh water has little or no salt in it, and this is important. What is fresh water? A water that has no salt and a little salt in it. And most animals that live in fresh water cannot live in salty water. So if that animal is living in pond, it can't live in ocean. Okay? So frogs, fish, and turtles eat insects that live in ponds. Snakes live in the grass near ponds. They eat fish and frogs. So this is important. What animals are living in bones, frogs, some kinds of fish, and turtles. They eat insects, okay, like this dragonfly, to stay alive. Snakes, live in the grass around the pond. So when they see a fish, when they see a frog, they eat them. Okay? Yes. Let's read more. Pond habitat. Pond plants with roots grow near the shore. The stem, leaves, and flowers grow out of the water to get sunlight. Okay? So some pond plants have roots, have stem, leaves, flowers, like the plants, okay, like the normal plants. They are plants, so they can get sunlight. What kind of animals and plants live in pond habitats? Let's discover. As you see here, we have one, two, three, four, five, six different kinds. Let's read this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop this. Okay. Okay. Yes, so as you see, this muskrats, which are small animals, they build shelters with a plant called cattails. They also eat this plant. Okay, so they hold the plant with their front feet, and they eat the stem, as you see in the picture. Can you see how small they are? Okay. Let's see another animal. Let's see this tiny frog. Okay. Oops. Okay. Frogs eat insects and other small animals like snails and worms. They sit on lily pads to stay safe from fish and water snakes. Okay. So this frog is standing on lily pads, which are those flatted sheet of plants or flat leaves. Okay, so they hide there from fish, from water snakes. So as you see here, the frog is green and the leaf is green. That's how they can hide. Okay, so and that's how they can hunt insects. Okay, so they can eat them. Let's see about fish. Many types of fish live in ponds, including bluegill, bass, and catfish. Fish find shelter in cattails and other pond plants. They eat insects, worms, and smaller fish. So there is a lot of types of fish that live in ponds, okay, but they can't live in ocean because they can only live in fresh water, not in salty water. Let's see this snake. Water snakes swim in ponds and bask in the sun on rocks or the surrounding land. They eat fish and amphibians such as frogs, toads, and salamanders. So, as we know about snakes, they eat small animals. They swim in the pond, they stay around it, they hide between rocks, then they hunt small animals and amphibians. Okay, let's see this plant. Those are cattails, okay? Cattails grow along the edge of a pond. Blackbirds, ducks, yes, so this kind of plant, which is cattails, it grow along the edges of the pond, so you will find it all around the pond. Some kind of birds, ducks, other animals use them for nesting, so they take them and make nests using them. Some animals can eat the stem of them, and fish use their underwater stocks so they can hide from predators. Okay? Let's see another thing and the last thing. Cranes stand along the edge of a pond to find food. When a fish swims by, the pond looks as if it is trying to be. Cranes also get worms, insects, and small animals. Yes, so this bird is called cranes. They stay around the pond. They hunt fish. Okay. As you see here, they have very pointed beak. Okay. a very pointy beak. That's why they can hunt easily. They can eat insects, small animals, but their favorite food is fish. Okay. Now we learned a lot about bones and what animals live around bones. Draw one way a boned animal use a plant to survive. Label the animal and plant in your drawing. This will be a homework, okay? I know that maybe it is not written in your book, but I want you to draw it. It is a homework. If you did it, you're going to take extra marks, okay? To draw an animal, to draw a plant that this animal is eating, and to tell me what is the animal and what it is doing, okay? So this is your homework for extra mark or extra points. Pond animals breathe in different ways. Frogs breathe through their lungs or skin, so frogs can breathe from their skin. Can you imagine this? Fish breathe with gills. How are bones and ocean habitats different? How are they alike? Fill out the graphic organizer. This graphic organizer in your book is your homework, okay? In this one, we write different things here in the big area of the circles. Now, in this crossed area, we write similarities. So, things that they are alike, write them here. Different differences, write it here and here. Here, write the title, for example, Bond or Ocean. I'm waiting to see your homework. So, again, if you are writing, let me try to make it bigger. Okay. Write Bond here, for example, and Ocean here. Oops. Okay, it is still small. Okay. Write differences here in the big place of the circle, and in the crossed area write the similarities. Okay, so this is your homework to write about differences and similarities between bones and ocean as a habitat. That's it for today. Again, the drawing is an extra mark homework. If you draw an animal that is eating a plant, tell me what is the animal. You're going to take extra point for this. But your main homework is to write about similarities and differences between pond and ocean, filling down this shape. So you're going to do the homework in this shape. Okay? Let's see if there is another thing. Okay, lastly, we're going to watch a video, diversity in water, to compare living things in different water habitats. Okay, because I don't want this video to be very long, I'm going to stop it here and to put a new video for this one. So watch this part first. When you finish it, watch the other video.